psychological issues or sociological issues that become drug dependent. My home state of Vermont right now has the drug use is overwhelmingly out of control. Now, why should a rural state that doesn't even have 1 million people in it have such a high incidence of drug use?
That's why they vote the way they do.
Crazy people running around. I mean, there are crazy people running around who aren't on drugs. Do you need
you take drugs, you vote Democratic.
That are on drugs? And where is the line?
Collect welfare, you vote Democratic.
On the road, and you take a look at how people are killed.
I don't think it matters. They're all
people are killed on the road every day. And people are killed by roads that are undivided.
I think you got it right there.
I mean, you could say, okay, I-95, right? Looks like a really fast road. Blah, blah, blah. I don't like it. Got too many trucks. Got too many delays. And all that stuff. Okay, well, what's your alternative? Your alternative is an undivided highway where the idiot coming at you, and there's no barrier, can cross the road, can be on drugs, can be drunk, can be who knows the hell what, can cross the highway and can wipe you out, right in your lane, can wipe you out. Now, if you look at the fatalities in the way people have been killed in auto accidents, it is with people crossing left and center. And the question that I have raised over and over and over again is why are people crossing left and center on highways? Because they're killing people. They're wiping people out. I recall one particular event. This goes way back, but it's so horrible. It's going to gross you out, but it's true. I thought it was despicable. This woman in New Hampshire was driving with her, and she had a bigger SUV, I guess, than the poor person that was coming and standing in his lane, or her lane. I don't know if it was him or her that got hurt. But anyway, this person had a chronic unresolved back pain. She crossed left to center. She had a head-on with this other vehicle, this elderly couple, and one of the elderly people in the opposite car was beheaded. Decapitated by that accident. She, in the bigger SUV, she had a bigger vehicle than the little car that was coming at them, that stayed totally in its own lane. And then when she went to court, they asked her why she had crossed left and center and basically generated this fatality.
You know that when you're decapitated, you realize that you're just ahead for about 10 seconds.
Was beheaded. The accident actually beheaded the person. It was absolutely horrendous. And she said the following: well, Judge,
let's talk about Christmas
because I had not taken my garb on, and I was getting really bad back pain. I got a really bad back pain, and therefore I crossed left to center, and I hit this elderly couple and decapitated this old lady because I had really bad back pain, Judge, really bad back pain. Well, you know, in some states, some jurisdictions, Vermont being one of them, a very liberal jurisdiction, that woman probably would have been given probation. But in New Hampshire, she was sent to jail. She was sent to jail for a couple of years. Now, the point of the issue is, how do you excuse an idiot that's on the road that crosses left to center because she knows damn well she's got chronic back pain, and she's using her chronic back pain as a reason why she crossed left to center, and she came head-on to this other vehicle, and she decapitated this woman who was driving her vehicle in the other direction. I mean, we see this every day. We see it every day. I happen to be a really fast study, and I watch the way people behave. And at one time, I would have told you that the interstates are, they're sort of like hell on wheels, you know, with all the trucks and everything else. But the point of the matter is, the vast majority of people that are killed on our byways and highways are killed by idiots like the one I just described on an undivided highway. Yes, it's head-on. Somebody just decides to cross left and center and hit you head-on. And I'll bet I could go to the internet right now and I could find out some more fatalities that were caused just yesterday by people crossing left and center. Joe, there's no reason to cross left and center. No. There's no excuse for it. I don't care what it is. I'm texting. I got back pain. Well, what excuse would you have to be qualified supposedly to drive an automobile and to cross left and center? You know, seriously. Don't you know what it could do? Don't you know why we have yellow lines in the middle of our road? If that's if my feeling about that is that of a conservative person, well, forgive me. I just don't think that when people cross left and center, that they should be allowed to go off and just have a few points taken on their driver's license, and maybe their insurance rates go up. But beyond that, I mean, there's no punishment, and it depends on the state you're in. New Hampshire, it's a state that's where the judges do mete out a somewhat appropriate punishment. In Vermont, they tap them on the wrist. We see people in Vermont. That are DUI, driving intoxicated. We pick them up. Guess what? On their rap sheet, they've got 17 other incidents where they were picked up driving drunk, and yet they're still out on the road, and they're not in jail, and they've got a car. And, they don't have a driver's license. But what would make me think for a moment that some miscreant is going to care, that gets drunk and drives a car, is going to care driver's license? My God, that's only for law-abiding citizens. That's all the driver's license is for. It's not for somebody's going to drive drunk, is it? I think not. Anyway, pass it back to you. Say good morning to Anna for me, and I'm going to put my dark glasses on. I'm going to have a dark glasses today. I think K1LEM to my
And a no-code driver's license.
That's right. That's a good one. No-code driver's license. Interesting. I don't know how far news travels, down to where you are from what's happened here. I don't know if you heard about. We had a female Episcopal bishop, and I think she was 58 years old, and she killed a guy like 2 days after Christmas on his bicycle, and they just convicted her, but she's been in, many times before with the drinking, and with the drugs, 10%, not quite 10% of people that have made admissions that they take drugs. So it's 10% of the American population. So what that means is if you run into one person out of 10, one of them is on drugs and has taken drugs. The reason why I was bringing that up, I was in a lot of the companies I have worked for. In order for people to get the job, they had to drug test them, and it used to be because I ain't gonna let them drug test them. Well, we didn't get a job, working at the companies I worked at unless they were drug tested. But what they also had is a stipulation that if you got hurt or injured at work and you went to the clinic, you had signed waivers where they would drug test you. And I always said to myself, why would you do that? But what I found out later on, when I was into the hiring and all that of the people, and I had people working under me, believe it or not, most of those guys that got hurt, they found drugs in their system, and they actually, by their waiver, the company wasn't responsible for paying for any of the medical things that happened. They had violated the rules, and they were automatically terminated. But I remember when I first got into hiring, I had a guy who actually did time, and he came in through a temporary agency, and he was under a trial period, and he came clean with me. He told me, yes, he, had gone to jail, and he did time, and he was clean, and blah, 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 and he passed a drug test, but he got hurt, and they sent me back a list of drugs that were in his system, and I got him on the side. I said, I can't believe you did this to me. After, I got you a job, and he had all these drugs. And he said, how did you pass it the first time? And he told me, he said, they got ways to clean their system out. But he apologized, but he said he wasn't even remorseful. He just loved those drugs, Ever.
They never are. They never are. That's the thing that really gets me. You would think that they'd be remorseful when they kill somebody. And if they change their way, but no, they're not. They're sociopaths. They're total sociopaths. Let me tell you a story about my ex-boss at the university where I used to work.
You guys can finally have a conversation with the asshole upstairs being done. I'm out of here. Have a good day.
I worked for the United States government for a while as a in a legal capacity. I worked at a youth program at the university for a while, and that was good. It didn't pay me a lot, but I enjoyed that. That was a good deal. Working at a university can be, it's not going to pay a lot unless you're a professor or something, but it can be a nice place to work. It really can. There's lots of nice people that work there. In any event, at least where I work. In any event, my boss, they closed down his office, and eventually I decided, for personal reasons, that I wanted to move on from where I was doing there at the university, and they allowed me to retire with my medical benefits, and that was a cool thing. I figured that after 15 years it was time for me to move on anyway, and they gave me a year off paid, and I really wanted a year off. I'd been under some stress because of some family issues and et cetera, so I really needed a year off paid from work. But anyway, they offered me enough stuff for me to take an early retirement. In any shape or form, I was reading the local news, and I find my boss is involved in an accident, and I thought, wow, I haven't seen his name come up in quite a long time. It's an unusual name, by the way, so when I see it, it's so unusual that I